Welcome back to Explain America. This is your host, Kyle Becker. Well, Jasmine Crockett knows she's on the way out, and she is going out in a blaze of infamy. She is spouting so much nonsense that, well, essentially your brain might explode, and she is getting desperate, and she might be sabotaging any chance that she has of being a senator in the state of Texas. So, Jasmine, you go, girl. You keep lighting your career on fire, and we'll be here to watch and maybe grab some marshmallows. But before we get into this story, please like, share, and comment at Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Well, Jasmine Crockett is, well, full of a lot of things, and that is, well, not just spunk and pizzazz and chutzpah, but she's also full of something else you might gather from this clip of her on the House floor melting down in an insane rage fest. She is going after ICE, comparing them to KKK members. She is really off the reservation. That's because these ICE officers, they're just trying to enforce immigration law like all other presidents in the recent past have done. That's right, if you're here in the United States illegally, you are subject to deportation. This is not like the KKK. It's not like the Third Reich. It's not like, Pol Pot in the killing fields. This is just simply rounding up people who should not be in the country and taking them back to the country where they came from. Period. That is all it is. And if you go to any other country on earth and you try to immigrate illegally, they do the exact same thing. And that includes Mexico. So all of these unhinged rants by Democrats about ICE doing their job, well, it makes them look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Let's get into this clip and you can give us your feedback, but I think you're going to, well, at least sort of be entertained by her career self-destruction. Let's watch.
I'm going to just call a thing. This administration is racist. That he has always been a racist, and that is what we are enduring in this country. Let me give you some facts behind this racism, and they get mad when I say the things that I say, but I will not stop speaking the truth. Number one, I said that what we were experiencing in this country felt like what I would imagine slave patrols to look like. And frankly, anybody that knows anything about slave patrols, this is exactly what it was like. We're talking about lawless people that are going around with no warrants or anything, and it's all about rounding people up and disappearing them. That is what's currently taking place. And interestingly enough, even though modern day policing was born out of slave patrols, when I was speaking with one of my friends who is a federal law enforcement officer, he told me that one of the things that he has observed is that the culture is created at the top. And when I think about it, it absolutely makes sense. If you have somebody at the top that will not tolerate the types of things that we're seeing, then maybe those under you won't do it. But we know that we have a racist at the top. He has called himself the head law enforcement agent in this country, and therefore everybody has decided that it is okay to take off their hoods and mask up as ICE agents. Now, we've talked about how they have hidden themselves, but again, it reminds me of the Klan. That is why I proposed the Clear ID Act to make them identify themselves, because it is dangerous for law enforcement as well as individuals, because you don't know, especially with ICE going around and doing the things that thugs do. They're busting out windows, they're breaking into homes, they're breaking people's arms. This doesn't sound like law enforcement. It sounds like thuggery to me.